Two cloud giants, two very different approaches, one big question: which one really delivers? On the left, AWS, the enterprise-grade cloud powerhouse. And on the right, Vultr, simple, fast, and affordable cloud for developers. Let's skip the buzzwords and get to the real stuff. Each category earns points, and at the end you'll see exactly who comes out on top. The result might not be what you expect. Oh, and here's something cool: we're tackling these two across all the important cloud categories. So we've got price, performance, and reliability, global infrastructure, feature set, ease of use, storage pricing, and customer base. Got it? Keep these in mind as we go scene by scene. Let's roll. Let's kick things off with price, because honestly, who doesn't care about their wallet, right? AWS has a free tier, which is great to dip your toe in, and if you commit for the long haul with reserved instances, those discounts can be sweet. But here's the thing: the billing, it can get confusing fast. There are so many details, you might find some hidden fees lurking if you're not careful. Now, Vultr, it comes in swinging with straightforward, simple pricing. You see a number, that's usually what you pay. You even get a super generous 2 TB of free egress every month, which, if you've dealt with cloud bandwidth costs, you know is kinda rare. Vultr's ideal if you want predictable costs, but to be fair, you won't get huge bulk discounts like AWS. So for price, Vultr takes it. Alright, shifting gears to performance and reliability. AWS, wow, it's got all the big-ticket items: elastic load balancing, auto-scaling, pretty much bulletproof if you're running something that absolutely can't go down. I mean, it's the backbone for giant companies, but for tiny projects, sometimes it really is kind of overkill. Vultr, on the other hand, sticks to SSD storage and zippy speeds. Honestly, for small and medium businesses, it holds its ground nicely. It doesn't exactly have the muscle to crush global megascale like AWS, but for most of us, you'll be pretty happy. So AWS is still the winner in performance and reliability category. Moving on to global infrastructure. AWS is, well, everywhere, like 80+ zones in up to 31 regions. You want your stuff in Tokyo? Boom. Paris? Done. But sometimes picking the right region can be tricky. Vultr comes strong with up to 32 data centers, super quick to spin up, honestly. But globally, AWS's reach is just bigger, so AWS wins this round on infrastructure. By the way, quick tech trivia. Did you know AWS actually started way back in 2006 and now powers behemoths like Netflix and Disney+? Meanwhile, Vultr's been around since 2014, but their whole mission is about making cloud hosting dead simple for developers. Just a little history for you. Next up, feature set. AWS is a total smorgasbord, over 200 services from serverless to AI to video streaming. If there's a cloud feature, chances are AWS has it. But let's be real, there's a steep learning curve, so buckle up. Vultr, it keeps things clean with just the core stuff: VPS, basic storage, containers. You want something up and running fast, Vultr's got you. But for advanced bells and whistles, AWS steals the show here. Now let's talk about ease of use. AWS, listen, the docs are practically legendary, but trying to onboard as a beginner, it's like, where do I even start? The UI is a labyrinth. Vultr flips the script: super intuitive dashboard, streamlined workflow, no hassle. But if you're a control freak about every detail, maybe it feels a bit limited. Still, for most folks out there, Vultr is just easier. It gets the win for ease of use. Let's hit storage pricing for a second. AWS has flexible, mega-scalable options, S3, EBS, you name it, but those prices can creep up on you. Pay attention, especially for object and block storage. Vultr, it's all about budget-friendly block and object storage, and it's so easy to figure out your monthly spend. Sure, you won't get those super fancy enterprise storage tiers, but for most, it just makes sense. So Vultr wins this one. Onto customer base. AWS, no contest, huge global enterprises trust it. Disney, Samsung, Vanguard, you name it. If compliance and brand recognition matter, AWS feels pretty unbeatable. But not everyone's running a Fortune 500, right? Vultr's big with startups, indie devs, small teams, but the community is a bit smaller and the support isn't as massive. AWS wins on customer base hands down. Let's map out everything we've just seen on a radar chart, picture each category and who's got the edge. Some categories AWS is miles ahead, and in others Vultr sneaks in with practical wins. It gives you a real sense of the trade-offs. Honestly, it's all about what matters most for your project. So, putting it all together, AWS is like the Swiss Army knife, super powerful, a bit intimidating, but if you need global reach and endless features, it's the pick. Vultr. It's what you reach for when you want a fast, affordable cloud that actually feels friendly, especially if you're not running an enterprise. If you're a startup or small business, Vultr just feels easier, lighter, less headache. But for the complex stuff and big names, AWS still rules. Want more deep dives and tech comparisons? Go ahead, subscribe and stick with us, you'll always be ahead of the curve.